Yay, good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Dreamstruck. We are so excited to be back to our normal schedule tonight. Last week, all of us were in Idaho. Yeah, we were in Idaho. I had to remember at the Superstar Director Summit, and it was absolutely amazing. We are so excited that so many of you were able to follow and be on the journey with us virtually, because a lot of us shared pictures, we shared videos, and all the things, just to show you, for those especially that are going to Director Boot Camp, what's to come, because no matter what it is, it's going to be exciting. And also Star Director Summit is a soon as well. And also we have so many up and coming directors. Go ahead and claim it in the chat. If you are working towards becoming a Scentsy director, claim it. I cannot tell you how much power it is in saying it out loud and writing it down and making it public. I did that. And literally 2 months later, I worked my buns off, but 2 months later, I promoted to director. So go ahead and put that in the chat, because we want to go ahead and cheer you on. And even you might say, you know what, I just started and I'm just trying to get to certified, and that's fine. That is huge. Whatever your next promotion title is, put it in the chat. And as we get started, I just wanted to go around to our panelists. And can you try to share just one or two things that you loved the most last week? And whoever wants to go first, shoot.
Okay, I'll go first. One or two, that's hard. Well, I'm definitely still recovering. I will say our flight got canceled Sunday night, our second flight. So we ended up not getting home until yesterday when I was supposed to get home Sunday, but nevertheless, here I am. And I'm so excited to be back on track with Dreamstruck. My very most favorite thing about Summit was being able to bring my husband to home office for the first time. I've been blessed to get to go twice. I've been to Director Boot Camp, and then I got invited on the annual mentor trip, but he's never been. So he loves Scentsy. He loves the culture. He's 100% on board with my business, obviously, but I knew that that was going to be the icing on the cake for him, and it was. He walked away just saying even more amazing things about Scentsy, if that's even possible, because like I said, he's 100% on board. So getting my husband to home office was my number one favorite part. My number two favorite part was the realness. Like, this was my first summit to go to, and I was super intimidated to go. I love my Scentsy family, and I knew probably 75% of the SSDs there, but I still do a really good job about getting up in my head. And so I worked myself into a tizzy and was so nervous to be around all those superstar directors for my first time, but everyone was so real, right down to sweatpants and top knots, y'all. I loved just the energy, the vibe, feeding off of each other and just being so comfortable. They had a huge sign for us that said, welcome home. And that was it. That was exactly it. So yeah, those are my two things.
Yay, thanks, Amber. Who wants to go next? What did you love about Summit? I know that there's like a million things that happened, but what was one thing that just kind of stands out to you that you loved?
I will go. One of the things that I really liked, and I'm in a hurry because Cruz is like in the middle of a fit right now. He's pretend driving. So my thing was, every time I go to a Scentsy event, and this is something that you guys can use, is I ahead of time find 3 people that I want to get to know better. Now this time I didn't really know. I went and I showed up. I was nervous as all heck, and me and Fred were sitting there. This was Fred's first time, and he left me. He just left me. He went and he made his own friends, and I sat there. And Carol had came to our table and put her water bottle down. That gave me a little comfort. Okay, Carol's nearby. I see her water bottle, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, 20 minutes go by, and I'm like, where the hell is Fred? And I look, and he went and made his own friends, and it made me like get out of my chair, because I'm like, how the heck am I bringing this guy with me that only knows one person, maybe 2? He knew Carol and Lindsay and Teresa, and he don't know anybody else probably, and Debbie. He knows everybody probably here except for like Dorothy and Amber. So he's off mingling and meeting friends. So I'm like, well, hell, what kind of example is this? My husband just left me. I need to get up and go make some friends. So then I went and I made some new friends, and I went from circle to circle. I was like a circle hopper, and I was just butting into people's circles like, hey, and then you have this weird thing that you look at people's name tags. You kind of do this glance down and you do this, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You just kind of do that because you don't know what the hell their name is. And then you meet friends and and finally I got over it because I'm like, hey, I'm Kelly, you know, blah, blah, blah. But another thing is in getting to know these people, one of the people I got to sit with, we went out after session and we were having an appetizer and she sat across from me. Now we've been on multiple trips together, at least 5, right? And I've never gotten more than 5 minutes to talk to this person. And don't touch it. So in that 5 minutes of talking to her, I got to find out all about this person. She's super cool, but I was so intimidated because I've never really gotten to talk to her. But having 5 minutes intimately with somebody, you can find out a million things about them. I found out she was in the military. She was a EMT. She rides horses. She has a farm. I found out all these cool things. And before that, I was like scared to talk to her. And so I think that these type of events in person really push you out of your comfort zone. And I encourage you guys, if you are going to a Scentsy event, to meet people online before you go, because you can get to know them just that little bit better before you go. And then when you meet in real life, it's not so scary. I'll just put it on mute now before it goes further.
I think Cruz is about to start taking off driving. All right, who wants to go next? That's awesome, Kelly.
Me.
Hey, Debbie.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what did you like about SSD Summit last week in Idaho?
Oh, everything. But I want to tell you guys about what led us to that point. I had some trouble on a delayed flight in Atlanta, and I missed my connecting flight in Utah. So I picked up the phone and called Colette. Colette is the co-founder of Scentsy, and she's also my superstar director. I called her. I wasn't sure she was going to answer the phone or not. Well, she didn't answer the phone, but I texted her. I said, Colette, I'm stranded in Utah. I said, the plane has left me. Can you pick me up? And she said, sure. She's just like real sweet like that. So I managed to run through the airport to get my bags, to keep my bags from going to Idaho alone. I managed to get that done, and Colette probably sat there for about an hour and a half waiting on me to get my stuff together. So I had a chance to ride with Colette, and that was the most amazing experience ever because we shared some things and I learned so much from her. And it's so funny because she says she learned from me, but she's super humble. She took me by her house. So I had a chance to go live at her house to show you guys all the things that she does with her open houses. She's very successful with her open houses. So that was like the best experience. And then once we got there, we connected with some other Scentsy sisters like Teresa and I. We had a chance to take a lot of pictures. Boy, we took so many pictures. I think I've never taken so many pictures before, ever. We've taken so many pictures. We went live so many times because we wanted you guys to feel like you were there. It was the most amazing experience. And the fireworks, oh my gosh, the fireworks. I know it's the end of it, but the fireworks, oh my gosh, was everything. That was like the final part of it, but so much more. And I don't want to take up so much more time, but that was like the best part of my experience. And of course, seeing all the Scentsy sisters and brothers and reconnecting with so many others and meeting new people, you know, because they did have a chance to sit us at tables so we could meet new people. So I had a chance to connect with new people. And then we played games and everything was like, we had a chance to get to know each other because they asked us to share those things that you probably wouldn't have shared any other time at the table. So we had a chance to do that. It was like really fun.
Yes. And the fireworks. Oh my gosh, that was a spectacular way to end Summit, even though it wasn't completely over. They were just almost, I would almost venture out to say that they were almost better than Disney. So, Debbie.
I think those were the best fireworks I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the music, you know, that went along with it. And then even at the end, they just kind of paused and you thought it was over. And all of a sudden the fireworks just, you know, came everywhere. It was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And okay, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Yay. Hey, Dorothy.
Hi. Let me see. I'll make it quick. The first thing I could think of when you asked is just being at home office. I mean, it is an amazing experience. It never gets old. You know, every time we go, there's some new things to see and do. And I mean, it's just an amazing experience just to be at home office. I think that was my 4th time being there in the past 9 years. So it was really exciting to be there. But the other thing that ranks like really high on that is seeing Carol's office in person. That was definitely office goals. So it looks great in her picture, but it looks even better in person, I promise y'all. So that was a really, really fun experience. So.
Oh, thanks, Dorothy. And Emily was joining us virtually. Emily, are you there?
Poor Emily. Poor, she's gonna cry if she didn't get to go.
But they had a cool little email today.
We did, yeah, we did. So there were, due to obviously country restrictions, people in the UK, people pretty much all of Europe, all of Region 3, and none of Canada could travel. So they had to come up with a virtual option, which I was grateful for because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to take part at all. So I'm actually, right before this, I was watching the recording because I couldn't tune in Saturday to the panel. So I was just catching up on some of that before tonight's call. But we got an email this evening saying that they were going to select a product from the room. So I don't think any of you talked about that yet. So I guess I can talk about it. But the secret room that you guys have probably all seen the SSDs talk about, they got to go up, and this room is really secret. They're actually, you have to have a certain, I guess you could say like a clearance, yeah, to go upstairs to this level. So even some home office employees can't even go up there. And I can speak from the last time I went, and it was in person, but so they all went to this room, and we get to go in, and we look around in amazement. Actually, the summit I went to, that was the first time they did it, and the way they got to say like who went first, so it wasn't like a complete zoo in there, was based on the timestamp of when you enrolled or registered for summit, was how you were given, like that's how they queued you to go in and pick what you wanted. I don't know, did they do that the same way? Yep. Okay, same way. Yeah. So anyways, but I got an email tonight, and like I'm not, guys, like I'm not big on like, I didn't get to go. Obviously it wasn't going to be one of those things where if I didn't get something, like I've been there, I've done it, I've had the experience, I was okay with it. But we got an email tonight saying that, the recording was uploaded if we wanted to, finish watching it. And then at the bottom, actually, I'll read it to you guys. It's probably already all over Facebook on it already. Anyway, but it says, go back and watch anything you missed or experience all again. This says, and as a special gift, we will be sending you a one-of-a-kind item from the product development room at the Scentsy home office. We'll choose your gift from a stock of sample products that didn't make it to production, but may have inspired another product that did. It's a peek into our design and development process and a small token of our gratitude for everything you do. We hope you love it. All our best, the Scentsy events team. So I do still get to kind of feel like I still get a little token of, hey, I was there virtually. And I mean, they did a really good job. Like I loved Lindsay Randolph. We got to look at some design concepts and trends. I really loved those videos. And I did, because of the time zone difference, they do everything 3 hours ahead of me here. So for me, it was hard because it started started like 30 minutes before I had to go do school pickup. So it was tough. So I did miss part of it, but yeah, a lot of great insights. Like Scentsy will, they sit with us and they tell us, these are the kinds of things that we're thinking about bringing out. How do you think your teams would respond to those things? We really like, they don't talk at you for 9 hours. There's a lot of, they care about our opinions, and a lot of what we say influences what they choose to bring to market. So that's another reason to want to strive to promote to SSD, just simply because you get to feel like you have a piece of the company belongs to you, in the sense that they really value your opinion. So Thanks for including me.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so glad that you guys got that sweet email. And again, we have people that are on their way to Director Summit, Director Boot Camp, Star Director Summit, and it's almost the same concept. You know, there's a lot of NDA, non-disclosure agreements that are signed. We are all valued, and it's really amazing. And Carol, we know that you're already there in Idaho. So as far as home office, you could probably leave right now and be there in 5 minutes. But what did you enjoy about Superstar Director Summit last week?
Well, I love just hanging out and getting together. I have missed in-person events. I've missed hanging out with with friends, and so I liked being together. I enjoyed picking out this one-of-a-kind warmer. This one's mine. It's pretty rad. I don't even know how this didn't make it in the catalog. It's so dang pretty. But anyway, this is my warmer that I got to pick out. But you know, I love to see how much we impact the home office. So one of the things that I don't think you guys realize is everything you sell helps support a family here in Meridian. And so thousands of employees at Scentsy are benefited by what we do. And so that is, to me, like, it gives me chills, and it just gives me goosebumps, because you guys don't realize the impact that you have on these people. You gave them certainty in an uncertain time. And that was one of the things that when we had the executive panel, Tab was like, there are 1,200 at least employees that I manage that would fall on a sword for you, that would do anything in their power to make you, to do anything for you, to make your business better, to do, get your product to you and those sorts of things. So you guys are making an impact. So don't forget that every car bar, every bar you sell, every scent circle matters to the people at the home office. So we are doing so much good. We're supporting our family, we're supporting their family, and they really do love us. They love us completely. It's insane. But that was my favorite part.
Okay. All right. Then so that was really cool too. I loved going around home office and seeing security. The landscaping is absolutely amazing. And I just kept thinking about the landscapers and, anyone that's cleaning home office, just everyone that walks through the doors of home office. I had this realization, like during this pandemic that we're still in, that everything that we're doing, it's not just about our paychecks or about our growth or just our team or consultants. There's such a bigger picture, and it's global, and it's amazing. And also the charity work that we do. Sometimes we watch on Facebook, the Rockathon once a year that takes place. There was like $279,000 that went to a charitable organization that our company, we are a part of, helping those that are homeless on the street. It just warmed my heart and made me feel so good that, we're just not smelling great fragrance and not just seeing amazing products that's been designed. We are world changers, and we're making a huge impact. One of the things that I really loved is I was able to go there and see team members that I've never met before that are there in Idaho. If you would have asked me 7 years ago, if I would have a team in Idaho of all places, I'd be like, heck no, but that's the power of sponsoring and networking and growing in this business. So I saw our director, Michelle Johnson, and also our director, Teresa Brown. We got to have lunch with Carol. And also what I really loved was going to Carol's home. That was like a bucket list. You know how sometimes you're like, I want to go to boot camp and I want to go to home office. And I'm like, well, I've checked that off, but I haven't been to Carol's house yet. So when she sent an email, I was like, do you guys have plans on Thursday? I was like, well, I don't, but if I did, I wouldn't. So we went there, and her husband was so sweet. I mean, he decked it out and had barbecue catered for us. And it was, away from the crowd, we were just there laughing, crying, sharing. And then we got to see her office. And I was like, I don't know what I pictured. I pictured something amazing from being online, but walking in there, I was like, Goals, 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 goals. So thank you, Carol, again for extending yourself, and please hug Dwayne for us, because that was awesome.
Apparently I've heard rumors that now my house needs to be on a tour when they do the whole thing. Everybody's like, everyone who attends boot camp now wants to come see my office. Right. And I'm like, okay, let me see how I can make that work. You probably have a free night. So
Friday, what did you guys do last night? Everyone had different plans. And I was like, I went to Carol's house and I went to Carol's shop. And they're like, what? So yeah, we need to have a tour. And here's my warmer, you guys, that I chose. It says, I love you to the moon and back. And look at the stars. These are the falling stars. As soon as I saw it, there were so many to choose from, probably hundreds. But when I saw that, I always say to my family and my children, I love you to the moon and back. And I always say, I love you more. So when I saw that, I was like, that's so sentimental. And then I was like, please, Jesus, do not let me break this. Because I just shared it on Facebook and I just felt like it was going to break in flight. It always happens. So anyway, that was our experience. And if you're just tuning in, once or actually twice a year, Scentsy has a leadership event where we can go to home office. If you're a director, star director, or superstar director, great time to connect, great time to even relax. And it's also a great time to fill our cups. We spend so much time filling everyone else's cup. This is a time that we get to kind of kick back, take notes, hug, share and have our own cups filled. And Scentsy just treats you like you're so valued and almost kind of like you're like royalty. I love it. So all right, we're going to jump into tonight's event. Last week, a couple of weeks ago, we were going to have a spouses night. That's on hold. We are going to do that. Our spouses are recovering. I know Dwayne is, because he was doing a whole lot of stuff in Carol's absence. And so a lot of our husbands were. So we were like, we're going to have spouses night. It just won't be tonight. We thought that it would be so great to talk about the rest of September. We have had an amazing September so far. And really, we're slated to maybe possibly have our very first $1 billion year with Scentsy. And let me tell you something, Scentsy is doing their part. We are not, remember last year when we were like, we didn't have a whole catalog. We didn't have oils. We didn't have pods. We didn't have bars. I was like, how do we not have scent bars? But we didn't. Scentsy's, they put the pedal to the metal, and we do not have a shortage of product. We might have a shortage of consultants. So we need to sponsor so we can move this product. But even the consultants that are here right now, what we wanted to do tonight is we wanted to talk about tips to end this month with a bang. So if you're not where you want to be yet, the key word is yet. You can really do anything at this point. You can recover. You might say, Teresa, I'm set. I've already hit my 2,000, my 1,000, my 500. Y'all, we still have 2 more weeks to go. So we're just going to go around and give you tips. There'll be all kinds of tips about sponsoring. Listen, we do not have to have a $20 join special or a $15 join special. Not when we can have a party and they can earn a kit at no dollars out of pocket, whatever expense. So there's always a special for joining. We're going to talk about that. We're going to also talk about how you can squeeze in even another 500 PRV between now and the end of this month or more. You don't have to set a limit on your PRV. We're going to talk a little bit about this incentive, because remember, we've got a month behind us, and you may have just joined. Prime opportunity. We are working towards an incentive trip to Alaska, or you can choose to opt out and go somewhere in Europe or even Australia. So we're going to talk about all the things. Please have your pen and paper out, because we have things to show you. I know I do, and things to share. So whoever wants to jump in, go right on ahead. What are your tips to end September with a bang?
I'll start with the follow-up on the catalogs, because catalogs are still new and it was something that I was working on today. So if you guys don't already have a sheet and a list of all the catalogs that you've sent out, you need to get one. I don't care if you get a piece of scratch paper or you're really fancy and can do an Excel spreadsheet or whatever. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, I sent out all my catalogs. I took a cute picture. I put some sunflowers from the dollar store in my catalogs. I put a little flyer on the front. I put some coupons in there for them. They're called Wax Cash. And if nobody has this, please let one of us know, because I can share it in our Dreamstruck behind the scenes profile and share it with you guys. You can edit it. And there's about 6 coupons on there that you can edit with your name and number and all that good stuff for your customers. I put them in there. I put some stickers, all cute stuff, but I took a picture, and that picture with me in my catalog grabbed a lot of attention. And I'm like, hey, who wants a catalog, right? So I had my catalogs all ready for the mail. I didn't procrastinate and have to order them and then get them ready and then put them in the envelope and all the stuff, right? They're ready to go. All I got to do is put an address on them. Then you write down who you sent them to, because you need to follow up in 2 to 3 weeks. I say 2 to 3 weeks, give them a little bit of time, because you don't know people's pay situation, schedules. One of my people 2 weeks ago, she signed up for Scentsy Club because I put that information all over the place. Another one I had 2 or 3 orders out of 10. And then the ones that did not do anything. So they didn't order, they didn't say thank you, they didn't give me anything letting me know that they got it. They all got messages today. And you know what? I wasn't super salesy saying, yo, I know you got my catalog. Why you didn't order yet? It said, hey, Teresa, it's Kelly. I was just checking to make sure you got your catalog, because stuff's been really crazy with the post office. Somebody just got their catalog and somebody took all my candy out of the catalog, knowing I am not telling the truth. But Teresa responds to me and says, yeah, Kelly, I got your catalog. I just haven't had a time to look at it. Or, no, I didn't get your catalog. So it's one of 2 ways. Okay, so either I need to send Teresa another catalog, she's not telling the truth, or she is telling the truth and she really does need another catalog. So it's going to come down to those things. But people need catalogs and they need harvest brochures. And now you guys can order the holiday brochures. So these are all things that you should have ordered. Now, let's say you don't have the funds to order them, right? But you have a printer. You can go print that off. But let's say you don't have a printer. You can do a link to the holiday brochure, the harvest brochure, and the catalog. These are all things that you guys can send for free from your internet. I know you guys are watching me right now, so I know you have internet, okay? So we got that established. You have internet, so you have access to the online catalog, the harvest brochure, and the holiday brochure. These 3 should all be coming together in your world, and the follow-up in that is going to be key, because now, let's say out of these 6 people that I messaged today, 2 of them have already ordered. And then you hit them with, do you want the link? I'll be DPP here, right? Do you need a link? Because once you hit $200, you're going to get some free rewards. Of course they want a link. And then they hit 200, and then I hit them with you want to join for free? Mm-hmm. That's all I got.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what Kelly was saying is many of us have sent out brochures, catalogs. It is not enough to just drop it in the mail. It takes work to put these together. It takes work to get the stamp and get it off to the post office. If you're not following up, whatever your system looks like, then you just kind of sent mail. But the fortune is in the follow-up. So I'm glad that you gave us that reminder, Kelly. And again, if you haven't sent them out, it's not too late to send it out. You can send them out this weekend. You might say, hey, Kelly, I am super busy. Okay, do like I did today. My nephew is here because they're staying with us because of the Hurricane Ida. And I put him to work. I was like, do you want to make money? He's like, yeah. So he got all my stuff together. So thanks again for sharing that, Kelly. And let's go ahead and move over to Amber. Amber, what is your quick tips for having a sensational end to September?
Yeah, well, I have 2 things that I want to share with you guys. So please don't use busyness. Please don't use traveling as an excuse. You know that most of us were gone last week, and I leave again next Thursday for a leaders retreat that I'm throwing, and I will be gone another 4 days. I have big PRV goals for this month, so I'm going to share with you 2 ways that I'm keeping my PRV going, even though I'm not going to be home. Okay, first of all, this document. I love, love, love it. I will share it with the Dreamstruck panel so that everyone can share it to their team page. However, you can go find it for yourself. If you are in, what is it called, panelists? Help me out. I believe Incentive. It's the group that Rachel Pence and Anna Hughes put together several months ago.
Boot camp.
Incentive boot camp, something like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. If you will search Text Party or Chastity Robinson on that group page, she has her Google Drive as part of the title of her live. And there's so many amazing resources in there, but this is my favorite. So what this is get 8 of your friends to each buy a 6-pack of wax. So what is that? 8 times 30 is $240. So then you get your 6-pack of wax for $6 and a half-price warmer. Or let's be real, you can get a half-price anything. It's a party. It's a party without using the P word. So there's a spot on here to put all of your 8 friends, what they want, their phone number, because then, you know, me as the consultant, I'll get in touch with them, invoice them, collect their payments. And I've also got new customers. So that's so easy. And then one more thing that I want to show you guys. This is going to be
And that was 100 PRV, right, Amber?
I'm sorry?
That's 180 PRV, those 6.
No, it's 240 PRV.
Is it
Yeah, because
240?
you get 8 of your friends to do it. So 8 times 30.
Oh, gotcha.
And then
That's
you got
awesome.
$24 host rewards. And then like Kelly said, then you're like, hey, look, you've got 8 friends that need wax. You might as well be their consultant. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is a bit of a hot mess because I just got it back from someone. These are my employees. Teresa shows us her basket parties all the time. I use bag parties. These are clear totes. Please don't ask me for the Amazon link because the links are dead because I got these a long time ago. But you can search clear stadium tote bag for this bag. It's hot in Texas, so everything gets an ice pack. Plus, if you put an ice pack in there, they realize, oh, those testers can melt easily. So sometimes I just do it just because it might not even be necessary, but I want them to take care of my babies. This is a cosmetic bag. It's a clear cosmetic bag. So these are all of the testers. You don't have to do all of the testers. You can just do a handful. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I just got this back from a mom in the pickup line today. Y'all, the school pickup line. So there's another thing. It's raining here. I just got back from Summit, but I sure did got out of my car and walked and met this mom halfway in the school pickup line today to get my bag party back because I got to get this bad boy back out tomorrow. In it, I put 3 catalogs, so obviously she kept one. I also put a copy of the monthly specials flyer with a scent sample stapled to it. I am not fancy with my samples. That is just a piece of wax hacked with a paring knife. And then this is another file I can share. I did not create this. I got to give credit where credit is due. One of my besties, Andrea Bird, made this, but it is you can't post this because it's a personal special, but it is a host exclusive special for if they have a $500 party. So it says host a party of any kind August through January and choose one of these 3 exclusive host specials for only $5 with a party of $500 or more. 3-pack of fragrance flowers, any warmer up to $40, deluxe diffuser, not premium, deluxe, or a 6-pack of your favorite fall waxes. So how do I fund that? With an extra half-price reward, perpetual party, or whatever. Pay the difference. They're paying $5. It's worth it to have a $500 party, y'all. So I personally have 4 of these bag parties. You don't have to have 4. You can start with whatever you got in your kit. But my rule is keep them out all the time. Keep them out all the time. This mama that just gave this party back to me today, she did not have a party, but I didn't want this sucker sitting in my office collecting dust while I was in Idaho. She was just smelling. She ordered. I put this in there. I talked about the possibility of partying, take it or leave it. But yeah, those 4 bags are always out of my house, only for 1 week at a time. Get them back, refresh them, which is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and get them right back out because these are my employees. So yeah, text party or just handing this out, however you want to do it, and bag parties. Those are my golden tickets.
Love that. And Amber, can you show everyone your shirt?
Yay, my shirt. I love
That's
my
so cute.
I'll get them in just a minute. My babies are bringing me French fries. Sorry, it's been a crazy day. Yeah,
Aw.
look at my shirt. I love it.
Come true. Aw.
I feel so official. I've been wearing it all day, Teresa. Thank you. She got us these.
We could have been twinning. Okay, thanks for sharing all that. I don't know. I just took a lot of notes, and I'm going to look up a link for that clear stadium tote bag too. That's really awesome. And listen, if you're listening to us and you have tips for a banging September, what are you doing? Put it in the chats. We want to hear. And Kelly, Carol, some of us Emily may be watching the chats and we might repeat some of the things that you're sharing. So we want to make sure that this meetup is very interactive. So definitely share what you're doing and what you're planning to do and what you have done already this month. So that way others can take note from you guys too. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to Dorothy. Dorothy, what tips do you have for the rest of September?
Teresa, I'll put the link for that bag in our group chat.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, guys. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to get more Facebook parties mostly. I mean, the bag parties are awesome and I have some of those as well, but just so I guess parties in general. And, you know, whenever you ask like, hey, you want to host a party or anything like that, you know, sometimes people are like intimidated or whatever. They say, no, you know, I don't think so, this and that. But what I've been doing is showing them like, hey, this is what my previous host has earned. You know, like the half price, the hostess credits. I mean, all these things is like if you actually just show it. So I've kind of been reaching out more on an individual basis to my current customers that'll order. Because, you know, I have customers that'll order like $100, $140 at a time. And I'm like, you know, hey, you know, if you get your friends on board, then you can, you know, you can earn probably half of this for either half price or for free. And they're like, oh, really? How does that work? You know, and so I have like screenshots of previous parties showing where, you know, there's items they get for half price. One of my customers just got her air purifier for half price, and, you know, different things like that. Because until, you know, you actually sit down and like show someone like, hey, you know, look what you could be doing, then they really can't picture it. And then the other thing is also with Scentsy Club, I share how to get that half price with box. Because I do have customers that are on Scentsy Club, and I remind them and I say, hey, like, don't forget, because consistently every single month I have about 12 people who order the whiff box, and they're the same people every single month. And I tell them, I'm like, hey, well, you know, you order other things throughout the month and the bars and all this and that. I said, if you want to do the whiff box for half price, you know, this is how you can do it through Scentsy Club. And they were like, no way. And so actually this month I got 2 new Scentsy Club subscribers, just by kind of taking the time to explain them on a one-to-one conversation, like, hey, you know, this is how you can get it for half price. So Scentsy Club is, you know, a great thing to have. It's that PRV that you will get, you know, however they choose it, monthly, every 3 months or whatever, but at least, you know, that's PRV coming in. So that's a great way to focus on Scentsy Club, is by showing that half price with box.
Love it, love it, love it. Sometimes we get so caught up in the catalog and the brochures that it's like, dang, we got club too.
Yes.
And that's just, you know, great PRV to bank on every month or every 2 months or every 3 months. So that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Emily, are you watching the chat where you can kind of, in less than a minute, share some of the tips that our audience is bringing in? Or Carol?
Yeah, I saw one. Dennis said that when he's traveling, he brings his stuff on the go with him to make sure his family sees. That's something we always share. So that's good for Dennis. Amanda Morgan says she does easy peasy party packs, but she posts her Amy contact form to collect information to be connected to them beyond the party, even if they don't order. So that's good for customer attrition. Elizabeth says, I've been offering all my customers a party link to share with friends and family members so they can get rewards from it. Yes. Donna Bodyfelt says, follow up with everyone, asking for a party or a bag party, asking my team to do the same and challenging them with an incentive for who gets the most, who gets and holds the most parties, my bad, and who gets the most new teenies. Awesome. Kevin and Carol are kicking off a booking blitz tomorrow. That's awesome. Someone else's, Donna again is doing a fundraiser. Oh, Martha says, I saw brunch, and I'm like, oh, what's this one? Martha says, my girlfriends love brunching, so I decided to do a wine and dine and design fragrance flower party. It's Sunday, and everyone bought a fragrance flower, so we will be designing them during our brunch together. I think it'll draw attention to us. I'll, of course, have extras on hand and hope to book out more of these either in person or virtually. Oh, so she's doing it at a restaurant, not at her house. That's clever. Coffee dates. DPP says, all your ideas are awesome. Keep them coming. You never know
Yeah.
who's gonna pull something away from this. So that's awesome. Yeah.
Everyone's
So
one up
true.
further.
Thank you.
Danielle Hawk said pumpkin spiced theme mystery baskets, running a buddy drive and shopping links. And then Amanda Morgan said easy peasy party packs. But I post my Amy contact form to collect information. So that way they can connect, she can connect with them beyond the party, even if they don't order.
Yeah, I love that because you never know. They might order later on in the month when they settle down. So I love that. I wanted to share a quick tip that my team doesn't know, but what we're going to do tomorrow is we are going to do a harvest collection mini warmer challenge. And so I want to challenge everyone that is watching Dreamstruck. We want to sell these out. Scentsy did their job. This is so cute though. It's called Cut It Out. I just got it in and opened up my box after Summit. And I just love the name that, a lot of the names that Scensy's coming up with and the puns, but Cut It Out. But there are so many mini warmers, and whether it's a harvest collection or in the catalog, it doesn't matter. I want to challenge everybody to sell, what was it? I think we wanted to do 10 tomorrow. So if you are up for that challenge, go ahead in the comments in the chat, say, I'm down for the challenge. We want to do a mini warmer challenge starting tomorrow. We want to sell 10 of these. And I'm telling you, if you're laser focused, everyone is out going to Hobby Lobby, Kirkland's, looking for wreaths. And I really believe that our warmers are the modern day wreaths. It's like, okay, normally every year I'm looking for a new wreath or something to, dress up the house. People are looking for warmers, nightlight warmers, mini warmers. They're looking for gifts. And I'm telling you right now, if you put your mind to it, we all can sell 10 of these, and that's already 200 PRV. And we're talking about one day and not even the rest of the month. So that's one of the tips that I have. And I want to bounce this over to Carol and ask, what is your tip? What is your tip for the rest of this month?
So my tip for the rest of this month is to continue to market to your customers. Many of you guys are just getting in the harvest collection, maybe, fingers crossed, you got your orders from the first. Mine just finally arrived, so that's why I can say mine from the first got here the other day. So now I can make samples of the harvest collection, because in this business, people like to try before they buy, and it's the smell that sells. So if you're not sampling, get yourself some felt samples, and you can buy felt at Hobby Lobby, cut it yourself. You can buy circles on Amazon. You can buy the felt from the home office as well, but that takes longer than probably Amazon or just going to Hobby Lobby and cutting it yourself. But make samples to put in your customer thank yous, to put in every single order, whether they ordered it or not, and so by doing this, by making these little things, and on the What Did You Share page, which is only for directors, but I'm sure we can grab them if you guys need them, but there are tons of flyers, this is the glamorous collection that I made, but this is an example of what you can do. It's a piece of paper cut in thirds with some circles attached to it. So it's not rocket science. And this honestly will sell me more things than not sending anything at all. And so just make sure that whatever you're doing is with the customer's best interest. I do put a single felt in a little Ziploc bag. I get those on Amazon as well. Because I don't want the scents to mix. I can already, I can sit here and smell all of them, but it's great. And if you don't, you can do this just for the scent of the month. Make sure that everyone knows what the scent of the month is. If you don't want to actually give them a piece of wax sample, you can make hundreds of samples out of a single bar. And so it can go a long way. It can last you the entire month. And so just make sure that what you're doing. These ones are 1-inch circles, Cheryl. And I got them on Amazon. And I got like 200 of them for $7.99, I think. Could be right. I'll grab the link and put it into chat. But anyway, but just make sure, because if you're not talking about it, or one of the other things that you can do is we talked about personal product pictures, okay? PPP. And so you want to grab a 6-pack and tell them this is your 6-pack of the month. Take a picture of you with 6 bars and let your customers know this is your 6-pack of the month. Let me know if you're in. They're buy 5, get 1 free. So it's 30, you know, the pack is $30 plus tax. You don't actually have to discount anything. You can just, how many people order on our website and they add all the warmers singly to the cart and they pay $36. So a lot of your customers may not even know that there is a 6-pack bundle that you are able to do for them. So 6 for $30 is your special. And because everybody always asks me, is there a special on the bars this month? I'm like, sure is. 6 for $30. What can I get you? Because I'm not even going to discount. I don't need to discount my products. Okay. They sell perfectly. So pick 6 bars, text every single one of your customers with that picture and see what, and I'm guarantee you're going to drum up some business. You can tell them if it's local, free shipping. There's no shipping charge. You'll deliver it. You know, but you can get a party order out of texting your customers. If they're out of town, it will be plus tax and shipping. It's because you can order the 6-pack and ship it directly to them as an individual order and still attach it to a party. So then you get host rewards and you can finish out this month strong. You can get yourself some new products if you haven't had a chance to try some of the new things. But I was listening to a training today and they talked about, you guys, you have to use the product. You cannot sell something that you don't use. And so if you're not using the washer whiffs, if you're not using our body products, if you're not using the wax, the warmers, the body soak, you can't sell it if you don't have your own personal recommendation. So one of the key things is use these half price items, gather yourself up a party and get your stuff at a discount to use and to try or to sample. I hate the word try, but you do have to try things, you know, like sample them, right? You know, to use them for yourself. Because if you can't recommend, if somebody says, oh, I love sweet scents. What do you recommend? If you don't know your scents, you can't recommend it. And so please make sure that you are using the product. That's being number one consumer is the reason why you should be a consultant. That's why you joined, is to get your own stuff at a personalized discount, right? I mean, how many of you guys, raise your hand, did you join to make sure you got all your stuff for free and half price? Because otherwise you're going into poorhouse, right? I mean, I knew I was going to literally go in the poorhouse because I was planning on buying a whole lot of wax. And so, yeah, thanks everybody in the chat. If your camera's not on, you just type hands up, join for the discount. That's right. Everyone joins for the discount to get access to the maximum discount savings. That's why you are a consultant. Whether you, and so you want to continue to teach your customers that, hey, you can do this too. And you're in the business of sorting. You're in the business of sorting your customers on who is the occasional buyer, who's your all the time buyer. You're in the business of sorting your customers into who would be amazing for my team and who would just be better as a hostess, right? So continually, and you're sorting your team members on who's the hobbyist, who's the business builder. We're constantly sorting people, and all these people that you meet and that you're networking and you're building your list, you're in the business of sorting them like, are they going to be one of my customers or are they not? Because really, if people don't like stuff that smells good, it's pretty simple. They're not going to be your customer. So you need to continue to move on. There are 34 bajillion million people in this country. I don't even know what we're up to. How many people are in the entire world? Somebody Google that and put it in the chat. How many people are in the entire world? I don't have enough time to convince people to buy our product. I just need to share it with enough people who love things that smell good, that want to be my customer, that know, that like, that trust me, that want to do business with me because of me, or you because of you. And so everyone, I don't know enough people. I live literally in the home office. I don't live in the home office. I mean, I live where the home office is. There are tons of consultants. Oh, Maddie says 7 billion. Can you contact 7.9 billion people? No, you cannot. I mean, even if you tried, you could not contact all those billion people. Okay. And people are popping out babies every single day. They're going to be a whole lot more here pretty soon. Okay. So you can't reach all of these people. I lost my train of thought. just got, oh, I live in the home office. Okay. There are 3 superstar directors. We literally live right here. Becky lives here. Joreen lives right here. We don't know the same people. There is enough business for everyone here. I do not take someone else's customer. I do not take someone else's business. We all have our own network of people. So every person that you know probably knows 200 people, right? I think you could, if you made a list of people, you probably know 200 people. Out of those 200 people, they know 200 people. They need to be the gateway to introduce you to these other people. And when they know and they like you and they become your raving fan, you have access to those additional people. And so you can have 200 times 200 is 40,000. Is that right? 4,000 or 40? I don't know. I can't do math and talk at the same time. But still, it's an enormous amount of contacts, people that you never had contacts with before. And so you have this ability right in your fingertips of just contacting the people that you know, saying, who can you introduce me to? I'm working to expand my business. And you can use the opportunities every time you reach out to people. Hey, do you know anyone else who would need some wax? Do you have, some friends that use our product, and would they like to get some refills? Do they need any bulbs or bars? Is there anything else I can help you with? That's how you can continue to finish this month and finish it out strong and continue to move forward all through the fall season. We do the same things over and over and over again, guys. It's not rocket science. It's servicing customers, finding new people, booking parties, selling, and sharing the opportunity. That's it. That's all we do. That's all we have to do.
Well, I love what you shared, Carol, because when I was in Idaho, I remember going out to lunch at Barbacoa, and the hostess, was that what they called hostess? Yeah. She said, "What is Scentsy?" And I was like, "You don't know what Scentsy is?" And I was like, "You've got to be kidding me. You're right here 5 minutes from our home office." She had no idea what Scentsy was. An Uber driver, someone recruited the Uber driver. She was like, "I have no clue what you're talking about. What is Scentsy?" And it's right there. So sometimes when I hear the word, well, I don't want to ask here because we're saturated. It's all about mindset. Saturation to you is not saturation to this world, because I thought that if any place was to be saturated, it would be home office, Boise, Meridian, and it's not. And Carol just pointed that out. Another thing that Carol said, and then we're going to skip over to Debbie, be prepared, because I want you to talk about sponsoring real quick. And then I want Emily to take it home, so that way we can have a spectacular September. But I want to breeze through this real quick. Carol talked about PPP. Make sure you put that in your notes. PPP, personal product pictures. Last week when I was in home office, I did not do the best diligence with scheduling posts for my VIP group and my customers. And 95% of my business comes from my VIP group. So not a good thing to do, Teresa. I did have 1 post a day scheduled, but guess what I did? I shared my journey. I shared pictures with my friends. I shared the fantastic time I was having. I was sharing what you would call happy mail. If you get happy mail, share it, because it makes everyone happy, whether they're getting it or not. And you guys, I put in an almost $1,000 order last night, and I had to sit back before I hit the submit button. I was like, I didn't work my business. And then another voice was like, yes, you did. You worked your business. Every single day you were sharing PPP, personal product pictures. Scentsy actually had a display of different items, and I was sharing that. But there were customers that were like, Teresa, I was relevant in their news feed, and Facebook loved me because they were like, wait, they got fireworks over there. We're going to make sure we show this, on all the news feeds, because people need happiness right now instead of all the other stuff that's going on in the world. And everything that I was sharing was happy. And next thing you know, it was one order after the other, to where I was like, dang, I'm getting a little overwhelmed. When am I going to put this in? I had another customer that was like, I want all the things harvest. And she put in an almost $300 order. She works out of state. Her husband lives in another state. So she put in a $100 order for him. Another guy was like, I want 2 diffusers. I was like, what is happening? You know what was happening? I was working my business, and it wasn't stagnant, stale posts that has been shared 300 times. I stood out. I took pictures of myself, you know, with bars and stuff. So I just want to tell you that, you know, if Carol sends you happy mail, be happy about it, but your customers help you get to be number 1, number 10, number 49. Let them be on this journey with you. And you're not selling, you're sharing. As you're sharing your happiness, people are like, oh God, I need bulbs. I need this, I need that. I had so many orders. And so I was like, I need to go back to home office so I can get another $1,000 PRV. Just kidding. I can do that right here. Very quickly, this is something that Carol shared with us a while back. These are labels from Vistaprint. Again, you might say, I'm busy. That's fine. Use your busyness to your advantage. I paid my nephew like $10 and he labeled all of my bars. And he also made these little samples. I used to do cute little samples, not anymore. I got a cheese soap cutter and he cut the bars in pieces. And that's all the customers want. Smelling does the selling. And he attached them to the brochures. What else did I do? Anyway, that's a little bit, oh, this is the other thing he did. You guys, again, paid him $10 and he put all these stickers. That's something I've been meaning to do, but I didn't have time. But guess what? I can outsource. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. So I get to outsource. And these smell fantastic. The smelling does the selling. This is costing me pennies to put together. And I'm just going to toss it in the mail. And even with my local customers, they're going to be able to, and I'm telling you right now, I'm going to come back next week on Dreamstruck and I'm going to tell you how many orders I got out of this. I'm not just going to share this beauty. I'm going to tell you how much PRV I got. I am going for way more than 500 PRV this month, and you can too. Moving over to Debbie. Debbie, it's all yours. We've got a couple of minutes. How are you sponsoring this month?
Asking everybody with these links. As a matter of fact, Dennis and I have partnered to we putting together a Spoil a Senior campaign together. And when people see you doing things like that, people will come to you and ask you, how can they join your team? So Dennis started already today. I'm going to probably start my portion of it October the 1st. But a lot of the things that I do things to draw people to me. Like, I mean, Teresa was talking about some things that kind of get people attention, but a lot of the things I do, like inspirational things that I share on Facebook, maybe funny things, food, whatever, get people to follow you. It's all about those connections. And something else, you know, I do often is birthday links. You know, everybody has a birthday every day on Facebook. Make it a point to reach out to people every day to wish them a happy birthday and offer them some kind of, if you don't have anything at all that you could offer somebody as a discount, you just say happy birthday. And, you know, every now and then you'll see somebody trying to raise money for a cause tied to their birthday. Ask them if you could possibly help them raise money for their birthday in name of their birthday. And if they get enough points, you know, they could possibly become a consultant, you know? So just recently, somebody found me randomly. And this particular lady found me and she has a cleaning service. She spent about almost $300 just recently, just out of nowhere. So I asked her, I said, you know what? Why not allow me to set up a link for you so you can build some rewards in an event? So she set the page up and everything. I said, you know what? No, let's get you on board as a consultant. And she is now a consultant. I met her like 2 or 3 weeks ago. She's a consultant. So there's so many different ways. So what you want to do, you want to always offer somebody the opportunity. Let them tell you no. The next thing is that you want to offer a party. Then you offer them to buy if they don't want to do the other two. Start out with asking if they want to join, but you want to make sure you tell them about all the benefits of becoming a consultant, because sometimes people don't know those benefits. So explain that, have it somewhere, jot it down somewhere like in a notes. If you have an iPhone, I know that there's a notes section in your phone. I do a lot of copy and pasting because I don't have time, but just the simple things. That's pretty simple. I think I shared something today it was in a director share group. I reached out to a lady about a year ago. And I always go out there on Facebook and ask if people are willing to start Scentsy for no out-of-pocket cost. So she raised her hand and I got her set up today. I think she's got like 20-something people in her group. And I always ask people, why would you want to do this? How do you feel like this could help you? So she shared with me that she's a stay-at-home mom. I think she is. Her husband is a veteran, disabled veteran. So the reason why I ask people how could it help them is because when they fall short, if they get discouraged, I'm going to always remind them, like, this is what you said that you want to do it for. And you keep them encouraged by sharing that story with them every time, keep them focused, keep them on point. So links, guys, that's the easiest way to get people to join your team.
Oh, I love that, love that, love that. We cannot forget that we're right in an incentive period. So we want to have PRV, but we also want to be laser focused with growing our teams. Something that Debbie said triggered something in my mind. Every single day when you log into Facebook, Facebook tells you, hey, it's so-and-so's birthday. Why not wish them a happy birthday and say, hey, do you want to celebrate Scentsy style? You didn't even say the word party. Every single day you have an opportunity to offer a party. And guess what? This person can party all week long or for 3 days. And for their birthday, everyone can sing happy birthday virtually or put happy birthday comments or posts or videos or fun pictures and stuff to celebrate that person. And they, for their birthday, can get free and half off Scentsy products. What an amazing gift. So thank you for those ideas, Debbie. They can party, and the next thing you know, they might have the gift for their birthday to say, you know what? I'm going to join at no out-of-pocket expense. I don't know why I can't say that. All right, we're going to land this. I know we're 2 minutes over, but Emily, please take us home.
So Dorothy's reminding everyone to enroll in Scent Warmer of the Month, so don't forget to do that.
Yes,
it builds tomorrow. So in listening to what everybody is saying, I know myself personally, I have an event, actually, my first one since COVID started at the end of this month. Thank goodness. Because again, not having that, I've missed out on the opportunity to kind of get some of those people that I would normally get in the fall. So I'm excited for that. But in seeing what everybody's saying, it's important to remember that although we're in a very busy selling season and incentive period, normally that maybe the sales come a little bit easier. The whole point of what all the panelists are saying tonight is don't expect sales to drop from the sky. You still have to work with intention. You still need to organize your time and make sure that, you know, you don't suffer the burnout before the season's even over, because you need to make sure that, you know, you're taking care of yourself, which is obviously the most important. But you want to make sure that you give your business the absolute best. You don't want to have any regrets. So one thing you can do too is we are halfway through September, and although there's still a lot of September left, I don't know, we're still expecting 2 buddies to drop from the Harvest collection still, right? I'm pretty sure late September, they said, right?
Yeah, so we're looking for a 0.
And Oogie Boogie, right?
Oogie Boogie will be in November, I think.
Okay. I thought
no, Carol, I didn't hear anything about the Bring Back My Buddies. I don't know if that's going to get pushed back or not. But yeah, there's still lots coming in the month. Black Panther is another buddy that's supposed to be coming out this month. And that's going to be huge because Black Panther is the #1 film for Marvel, I believe. So yeah, great point. A lot of stuff still coming. And we just got Kermit and Miss Piggy, which has been great.
Yeah. So again, yeah, there's what's that?
The Betty clip. I wrote it all down. The Betty clip and the mini buddies or bitty buddies, whatever, those are still coming out late September. And it looks like, is it the mini warmer Gilded Leaves? I have that down for late September.
Yeah, I want that.
And then of course the Zero Betty.
Yeah, so there's still, you know, if you haven't followed up, or if you're just like, oh, I've already shared with so-and-so about this, don't forget there's still some things that you can talk about. But now would be a good time to actually front load October too. I mean, you don't want to go into October with nothing planned. So if you haven't yet, it would be a good idea to reach out to some of these people. If you ask about a party, as these other lovely ladies have mentioned, and they're like, oh, you know, not right now, you can say, well, I'm actually booking for October. So don't let them give you no for an answer, and try to secure the booking that way. But yeah, just work with intention and take care of yourself this fall, because it's easy to get burnout if you're not organized and taking care of yourself.
Someone also just mentioned a good point. I'm so glad that you brought this up, Emily, but the NFL warmers are going to be huge. I don't know. I think are they going to be in Canada?
Yes. Yeah.
Because last time there were some restrictions with the NFL in Canada, but it's going to be open. You guys, NFL is going to really land us with a bang. And let me tell you, all of us know NFL fanatics. So multitask and make sure that you start getting those pre-orders ready. If you already have pre-orders for the NFL mini warmers, that's going to release. I don't know about NHL, that might be next month, but someone also, Mel Taylor, I believe, mentioned the paranormal warmer is also, it's sold out and we were waiting for another shipment. So there's so much. I told y'all that Scentsy stacked us. Okay. Thank you guys so much for staying over with us. I told you that we were bursting from the seams. And if you allowed us, we would stay on for another hour and still just have so much coverage. But thank you again. And what we need to do is it's great to get together. We love Tuesday nights. And I'm telling you, I have missed this. But it's great to take notes, but now we need to take these notes and we need to put it into action. You don't have to do all the things, but you need to highlight what resonated with you and you need to do something and you need to definitely captivate this opportunity. It's such an opportunity that we have this month. September doesn't come around, but once a year, and September is huge in the world of Scentsy. So don't watch all of us and everybody else, fly high. You can do the same thing too. You just need to be laser focused. You need to be intentional. If you're busy, get those bag parties out, the basket parties. And the last thing I want to say is all the panelists look absolutely amazing tonight. But Emily, you're not wearing glasses. We're just transform.
Yeah, I had LASIK about a week before my anniversary, and for me it's been in a week longer. I haven't been on Dreamstruck in 3 weeks because it was our anniversary on the 24th, which was a Tuesday, but I had LASIK before that. So yeah, no more glasses.
Yeah, I'm
so happy.
So beautiful. You're just transforming all the way around inside and out. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Y'all have a good night. And let's report back next Tuesday in the chat. We're going to talk about the progress we made from tonight until next Tuesday. All right. So at minimum 250 PRV, 500 PRV, but let's hit the ground running and load the month of September. Let's do this. Y'all have a great night and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you, ladies. Good night.
Good night.